What was your reaction when you found out that she was going to be stepping back into the fold?
Well, I was actually elated all of a sudden because, there wasn't a whole lot of talk as to what. I didn't even know her name, so like, suddenly she had a name and there was going to be some sort of return, and I didn't know what the circumstances were going to be, and like you guys had found out that, she obviously had a drug problem, and it put our daughter in jeopardy, and that's pretty much why she ended up leaving. A stint in rehab also, but never really explained why she never came back until now. So it was much easier for Joe to pretend that she died than to explain why she was gone and she wasn't part of Iris's life.
Has Francine had any children of her own since her and Joe split?
Not that I know of.
Can you talk about working with Vanessa Williams?
Yes, I can. I can talk about that all day. She's awesome, by the way. I've known her, peripherally for like a long time, since way back in the soul food days, because she worked with a lot of friends of mine. She's like an incredible actress. She's a great spirit to have on set. I mean, she keeps everything easy. She's truly professional, but a whole lot of fun to work with. And like, we've been having a good time having this little reunion. And from what I hear, like, it's sort of expanding a little bit. I don't know what's going to happen with this whole thing, but she definitely has a positive effect on Joe.
So she's going to be around for a little while?
I think so. That's what I keep hearing, but I don't know why.
So Harrison arrived at the end of Tuesday's episode, tomorrow's episode. Obviously he confessed. Earth 1 Harrison confessed this was actually Eobard, but Earth 2 Harrison is now arriving on Earth 1. What kind of complications is that going to present, especially with you on the Force?
Well, with me, I don't trust the first Harrison, so if a new guy shows up looking just like him, I don't trust him either. So, like, you'll see a lot of that. And he comes back and I almost said something awful. He comes back and he's even less cool than he was before. It's the only way I can put it. I was going to use a Cisco term, like he's a dick. But yeah, he presents a whole lot of problems for me. Just looking at him, like, because I can't believe it. First of all, I can't believe there's another Earth. I can't get around that. So like things keep popping out of this other Earth, and they keep looking like people we've seen before. So I'm like, that's the same guy. It's not a different guy. That's the same guy. So that's where Joe is with the whole thing.
So when do we get to meet Earth 2 Joe?
Say it again?
When do we get to meet Earth 2 Joe?
That's a damn good question. if there are people, if it is the Earth 2 and it sort of mimics Earth 1, you would think that maybe there's a Joe over there. And it would be really interesting to see what he does. I mean, maybe he's meta. Just putting it out there. I don't know. But like, I could probably be. There was one point where it was suggested by Professor Stein that I might be a scientist on Earth 2. I think Joe kind of liked that. It's better than like, nah, you're a bum. You sing on the street. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be really cool though. I mean, we got a whole lot of episodes to do, so anything could happen.
So Joe's going to continue to sort of think of everything as kind of over his head, because I love that scene where he just kind of like, yeah, you deal with it, I'm just walking.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, look, I take everything for how it comes to me, what Joe does, and I try not to be surprised by what keeps showing up, but it's always so incredible, like that shark thing. What the hell is that? Yeah, it's always incredible. Now that the whole notion of this other Earth, and we're not just dealing with what's happening in Central City, we're dealing with what's happening on Earth 1, because all these metas keep showing up, and you ever noticed, well, I mean, you guys probably know the comics way better than I do. I don't know them that well. But what I'm kind of grappling with right now is that, like, okay, so there's a whole gang of metas, right? Why is all of them bad?
That's what I was saying. Where are the good
Where are the cool
ones?
ones? Like, you know, they can turn, like, water into whiskey and stuff. You know, like with the cool powers. Like, it just hasn't happened yet. I guess it's not that interesting if people just go show up being nice, but, like, still, it'd be kind of cool if there was just, you know, all we got is Barry so far. You know,
It would give Barry
to help
competition.
save the world, you know. But again, you guys know more about the comics than I do, and I'm sure you know of some out there that are good and may show up at some point.